Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is George Kingori, your online finance guy who speaks about all things finance. I can be able to save, invest and grow in your financial affairs. And today I'm going to speak about how to set up your children for financial success. The first thing that you can actually do is train them. And you would be surprised the level of training you can be able to do at various stages of their lives. You can start by answering the questions in a way to be able to start introducing financial concepts. They might ask, Baba, why can't I get this? Then you tell them, I do not have the money. Then they ask you, why don't you have the money? Then you tell them, it's because I have not worked for this money, or my investments have not made money, extra money for me to be able to pay for this. By doing that, you have introduced them to the concept of working, that is exchanging time for money or capital for money. You have also introduced them to the concept of passive income, that is your money making money on your behalf and allowing you to have the luxury of buying this additional thing that they desire. Introduce financial concepts to them at an early age and continuously throughout their life so that they can have the mental financial aptitude to help them to grow and become successful in their financial affairs. The unfortunate bit is education systems do not teach people how to make money, how to keep money, and how to invest their money. And that is why platforms like this become important, because we are teaching what people are not ordinarily exposed to. So when you yourself introduce your child to such concepts, you are setting them up for success, because it becomes an unfair advantage over and above their peers, because the system and the education system does not allow them to learn and grow and know these things at an early age. So you as a parent give your child an unfair advantage of allowing them to be financially up to date and even better. Then the unfortunate thing is sometimes parents do not even know. So gain the knowledge yourself, train yourself, then start impacting the same knowledge on these children so that they know what you know at an even earlier age. Because remember, making millions is not a respecter of your age. People make millions sometimes even being below 10 years. People make millions being very young. And means that the capacity to be able to earn is not limited to your age. So capacity to be able to get financial knowledge is not limited to your age. So start investing in training your children to become financially capable and know what they do as regards to their finances. The next thing that you can actually do that is direct to setting them up for financial success is to pay their university fees. Do not allow them to take educational loans to be able to pay their own educational fees. Allow your children to start life without debt. Debt that begins at university level means that you have been given a loan that you do not even have capacity to pay for. When people give you a loan in other instances, they give you a loan because you have a job and can be able to pay. You have an asset that is an underlying asset that may be paying for itself. You have something that allows you to pay for. But university loans, help loans, educational loans are too bad, because they allow them to get into debt. They start on a negative before they can even start making a positive. Before they earn anything, they're already in debt. You as their parent can be able to help them avoid a financial hole by investing in paying their fees in the beginning, so that they start life on a zero playing field and instead of starting on a negative playing field. So pay their school fees. Then the other thing is help them, direct them on how and where to make investments. This is because people have gotten into the attitude of not telling their children or encouraging their children to do certain things. I have taken note of parents who have been directly involved in encouraging their children to be able to take certain investments. They tell them, oh, in a meeting, you don't have to be in a meeting and continue talking about how many cows have died or which neighbor is behaving badly and which cows should be slaughtered. That should not be your only conversation in the table that you meet as a family. Start telling them there's these shares that are coming out. Oh, this company is selling its shares. Oh, this land that is being sold at this other place that is opening up. Try to engage them and tell them you can be able to invest in this, you can be able to do this, you can be able to start this. Start engaging them on things they can be able to invest and how. Sometimes people don't invest because they don't know where to invest. they don't know how to invest, they don't know how to start, they don't know whether they qualify for certain investments. And you as a parent, all knowing as regards to financial affairs, should start planting the seed of engaging them at an early age. You can also help them demystify the thought that they need millions to be able to invest. They can start here, they can start now, and you can start them even at the little amounts that they begin with. This is how you start your children towards setting a good foundation to financial growth. Of course, the other thing is that you can be able to do, and many people do not do, but it helps immensely, is give them land or property to kickstart them off in their home ownership journey. Yes, give them land. You have several pieces of land. You can even buy pieces of land strategically for them, so that when they grow up and they need to have a home, you can give them land to be able to help them start construction. You can be able to give them a house, even to start a home without paying cash on it. But start investments later on in your age to be able to help your children settle in and start. And because remember, as we go and as we grow, land values go up and become unreachable to the individuals who can be able to buy them. I remember a case in example. Somebody who could have owned a piece of land in Karen. They could have bought this piece of land in Karen. They're working for a banking institution, they had the money, and they could have bought this piece of land in 1991, and it was being sold. But they felt the need to buy a car and build a home in the rural areas. So those were their important issues. But their friends actually bought this piece of land. They got together, they contributed money, they bought this 5-acre piece of land, and they subdivided. Of course, then it was not allowed to subdivide land below 5 acres, but they just held it up to a time when they could be able to do just that. So these friends of them, later on, when they were entering into retirement, were able to build homes when the zoning allowed on 1 acre piece of land each of this property they had bought. But this individual who thought, no, I can't buy, I can buy at a future date when I have more money, or when I have finished building my rural home and finance this car, could not buy into the same properties in Karen. They were out of his reach. In fact, he could only afford property in the adjacent less desirable Rongai. So when you do not buy land now and you think about buying in the future, sometimes the values might go much up higher beyond even how much your income and your wealth grows, and they might be out of reach for you. And you can be able to do the same for your children. Buy pieces of land that may be cheap to you now, or may be accessible to you now in terms of buying, and hold them for them, so that when they get to the age where they want to settle, they want to invest in real estate, they have something they can start on without the headache of whether I can be able to afford the land to begin with. So start them off in their financial journey by helping them in home ownership and real estate investment, by buying pieces of land for them and giving them property when they begin life. Of course, the other thing that you can be able to do that is also attached to training them is involve them in business and investments. Bring them to your businesses. Help them, show them to calculate profits and losses. Allow them to calculate profits and losses at an early age. If they do not end up in business, at least they'll be able to know the mindset of a person who is thinking about creating value. How do you create value? How do you reduce losses? They know how to reduce losses in the business. They have a mindset and a conceptual mindset to be able to know how to manage wealth and value that is in their hands. They end up learning things that are beyond what the ordinary child who is not involved in the family's business can be able to learn. Take them through investment when you're doing construction, when you're doing investments in shares, when you're going to the bank to open a bank account, when you're going to withdraw money. Take them, allow them to handle the cash. Let them know that cash is not something to be feared. Money is not something to be feared. Purchasing land is nothing to be feared. Holding value and making losses, nothing to be ashamed about. Help them get involved in these things, because the sooner they get involved in this thing, the sooner they'll start creating value and become wealthier at a young age. People start saying that, oh, the family is wealthy, the generations are wealthy, they look at the money that is handed down, but they do not look at the skills and competence in financial affairs that is handed out to these children. They start learning and growing from an early age, and even if the business fails, you see the preceding generation starts new business and grows value and becomes even better than preceding parents, even without having value handed down to them. This is what I'm talking about. Help them by involving them in business and investments. So those are 5 or so ways that you can be able to help your children by setting them up for financial success. Remember to subscribe to the channel, to leave a comment down in the comment section, and to like this video. Thank you and enjoy your